going?
Yeah.
Does my hair look okay? Just kidding, okay. All right, hey, listen, guys. So you can see up on the board, here's what we want to accomplish today, okay? When you leave the room, we should be able to do two things today. So do you guys know what this means, by the way? SWAT bag. You know what that means? Teachers use this. By the way, did you guys know Teacher Nathan? He's almost done with a master's in teaching English. So next time you see him, ask him how it's going. He's working on his project right now. All right? I'm helping him with it. But this means students will be able to, describe an interesting experience. We're going to learn some new words like fascinating, interesting. We're going to learn some adjectives to talk about an interesting situation in your life. Everybody know what interesting means?
Yeah.
Do you know what interesting means? Anybody?
No.
Java? I mean, I'm not Java. Saba. What does interesting mean? Tell us.
Like excited. Like
Yeah, something that gets you excited maybe. What else? Anybody know? Interesting. So listen, something that is interesting, it makes you think, that's interesting. It might make you laugh, right? If it's interesting. So the word interesting is an adjective, and it means something that would be enjoyable to hear. It's enjoyable, okay? It's interesting. So it keeps your attention. So we'll talk more about words you can use when you're talking to another person in English to talk about an enjoyable, fun, exciting experience. Those things are interesting. Okay, so it's really great. We're also, number two, we're going to, and this is great, I love this, make small talk with tag questions. Do you know what small talk is? What is small talk?
Like short conversation.
Yeah. So does anybody here ride the bus? Anybody ride the bus? You guys ever ride a plane, on a plane?
Yeah.
All right, so you know when you sit down and there's someone sitting next to you, right?
Yeah.
And you don't know them. Listen, after today, you're going to have an easy way to make small talk with that person, right? You don't want it to be awkward or strange while you're sitting there. So this is a really creative way to have a conversation with someone using tag questions. We'll talk about that. All right, first of all, let's have everybody turn to page 12 in the book. Page 12. And we're looking at some of these wonderful words. All right. Do you guys see the pictures right here in the book?
Yeah.
All right. So, listen, it's always good to read the directions, right? You want to help me out? Can you read right here? What does it say?
Before you listen.
Good. Before you listen. What are we doing before we listen? What does it say right here? You're doing a good job. What does it say? Good.
Adjective.
Good. Oh, hold on. Let's let him. You're doing fine. Adjectives.
To
Describe.
describe experience.
Good. Adjectives to describe experiences. Sir, can you, what are you working on there? Put that away. You don't need it. I'll talk to you, okay? All right, we don't want phones out. Put them away, okay? No phones. Put it away. Put it away. I want you to talk and listen to me, all right? All right. Do you know what an adjective is? Anybody? Anybody know what an adjective is? You're about to raise your hand. Do you know what is an adjective?
There's adjective to describe appearance.
Good. An adjective is a word that describes something. Could be a person, could be a place, any noun. Okay? For example, adjectives usually go right here like this. You usually have an adjective. Let me get rid of this. It's not working. You usually have an adjective plus a noun. Okay? The adjective describes the noun. Can somebody give me one example?
Tall person.
There you go. So we have tall person. So tall describes person. Okay? So in a second, matter of fact, right now, we're going to talk about adjectives to talk about something interesting. Okay? The other thing that can happen, adjectives, okay, usually they come before the noun. Sometimes it looks like this. Sometimes in a sentence, you have a subject, verb, and then an adjective. All right? Down here, you just have the adjective right here, right? Describing this subject or noun. But a lot of times, you have a subject, a verb, and then an adjective. Not just any verb, a be verb. All right? For example, can someone make this with a be verb? Tall person. Can you put it in a sentence? Anybody want to try? Can you turn this into a sentence? Tall person.
You are.
Good.
You
You are tall.
tall one.
Yeah. Same thing. Tall person. You are tall. Okay? So that's how you use an adjective. I can use it right here. I can say the tall person is with me. Okay? Or I can just say you are tall.
Tall.
It's okay, either way. All right, let's look at the first example of adjectives to talk about an interesting situation. Will you read the first example?
The safari was
Fascinating.
Fast.
Yeah. All right, so we have the word. What's the word? The word is fascinating, interesting. Okay? What's a safari? Anybody know what a safari is? Yeah, somebody tell me. Somebody over here, I heard.
like
Safari.
Forest or zoo.
Yeah. Usually a safari is out in the jungle, right? In Africa, maybe.
Safari.
Yeah, yeah. You can go on a pretend safari at the zoo, matter of fact, here. You ride in a little train and you go on a safari, you see the animals. But yeah, that's right. So it's fascinating, it's interesting. All right, now look at this. Oh, let's make it into the sentence. The safari